It's been only a few weeks since Pete Harrod took his second Kia Club Series championship and became the first driver in the series to win a repeat title. Now the big names are all back and the big teams are all back. Welcome to Brands Hatch and welcome to rounds 1 and 2 of the Kia Club Series Championship for Season 4 here on Apex Racing TV and iRacing Live. Adam Bath here along with iRacing World Championship driver Alex Simpson. We'll speak to Alex in just a moment, but first here is Paul Smith with the drivers and teams that will contest this season's Kia Club Series.
Season 3 of the Club Series was a true rollercoaster ride of emotions for all the drivers. There were plenty of thrills, spills, controversy, but in the end, Pete Harrod was the man who came through to be the first back-to-back champion in this series. Well, he's going to have some tough competition this series, and there's also some little rule changes as well coming through in this season. Bonus points for pole position and fastest lap, and 0 instants as well, and also a 2-tier championship system for drivers to give more drivers the opportunity to win a championship. And well, the runners and the riders for this season look like this. Crest SVR, Jason Rowe, Roy Ververke, the man who finished third in the championship in the end, joined Rick Scott once again with an unchanged lineup in that car. Club 73 have also got an unchanged lineup with Clinton Bell, Sam Reed, joined once again by 3-time race winner Piers Pryor. That team finished third place in the team championship last season. Verine 73 with Chris Wood, Darryl Rampton, Toby Smalls, they're all in the new team there. Club 73 sister team, and I'd be interested to see how they work together with the Club 73 lineup. Brit Modler are the next up with Chris Sherburn, multiple winner Tristan Bodis and Neil Bamber joining that team. The team that was Chirpy Bird is now Radical Racing UK. Mark Woodhouse and Tom Stanley are joined by Adam Hadfield in this team with a promising lineup. The defending teams champions CQR are back once again with the same driver lineup as last season. Multiple champion Pete Harrod is still with the team, along with Maciej Sakovic, who's the Season 1 champion, and Alec Bristow as well, who can pull out some really good results for the team. CQR also have a sister team with CQR and East Coast Hydrographics, led by Matthew Bunn with Ashley Blakehood and Ben Palmer. Palmer, 2-time winner after joining late in Season 3. Team Mad return with Jim Flanagan and Trevor Blackburn in the team once again, and joining them this season is Diogo Molro, who is replacing Dave Crozier in that lineup. Isle of Base Racing are a new team into the championship with Ethan McColgan, who joined partway through last season, Lorne Murray, who joined as well last season, and Craig Evans, a race winner from the last race of Season 2. He is in the team there with them. The brothers, Ben Warburton and Perry Warburton, are once again joined by Andrew Woodhouse in the Team Dial-Up team. Ben Warburton with 3 wins and Andrew with 2 wins. They'll be looking for good results once again this season. Andrew Woodhouse disappointed that he didn't make more of his championship contention. XL Designs have a brand new lineup for their team. John Roberts and Andrew Whitehead joined the championship this season, and Stuart Atkinson, who was at Subaru for You last season, is joining that lineup. Subaru for You have Sean Gardner and James Leggett, and Hyo Chan Lee, who returns to the season full-time. Lee and Leggett both have 2 wins each, so they'll be hoping for good results in Tier 2. Too Old to Play Racing are back with Ian Roskell at the wheel. Ian Roskell, of course, multiple race winner in this championship, joined with Dale Green and Bill DeCare. What was Race Hub is now iGlazing Limit Squad. Chaz Draycott bringing the team here once again with Season 2 runner-up Adam Gosling, and returning to the championship after missing last season, Ben Hackerson, of course, who is a 5-time winner in this championship and was Season 1 runner-up. Great Western Racing is another new team to the championship. Max Wright and Neil Rocks are joined by season newcomer Scott Malcolm. Ice Cold Racing have a very strong lineup with Pete Newman, Linus Brostrom and Tobias Olsen. Pete Newman, of course, who has plenty of experience in the Kia. This season has 3 privateers in the championship as well. Ben Gregory deciding to go it alone after running in the Race Hub team last season. Jörg Dankert as well is a privateer. And finally, Lewis Bibby, it rounds out your privateers. A 51 car grid then for Season 4 of the Club Series. We're looking forward to an exciting championship once again here on Apex Racing TV.
Well, those are the drivers and teams that will be racing this season. Last season saw another brilliant season of Kia Club Series racing, and it was indeed Pete Harrod that took his another championship. First time anyone in the Kia Club Series has taken more than one title. Adam Gosling finished second, the second time in a row he's finished up runners-up to Pete Harrod. Roy Verke finished in third in the championship, voted the most improved driver over the season. And the Season 1 champion Maciej Sakovic finished in fourth place. The second time in a row he's finished in fourth. Fifth was Piers Pryor in his debut season in the championship. A great job from him. Ben Gregory, his highest championship finish in sixth. Same for Chaz Draycott in seventh. Andrew Woodhouse, best finish in the championship for him as well, and led at one point during the championship. Ashley Blake Hood finished in ninth, joined the series after round one, of course. So good job for him to get inside the top 10. And Alex Bristow, the highest finish for him in 10th, after finishing seasons 1 and 2 in 12th. While Alex Simpson's here tonight, Paul Smith's on holiday for the first 2 weeks of the season, so he's going to be alongside me, and Samuli Kumo is going to be on the cameras once again all season. And Alex, Kia Club Series, everyone's on the same setup, so it means that really it's a bit of a level playing field, and that's why we get such good racing here.
Yeah, it looks really good. I mean, looking at the current provisional sort of grid order right now, and you know, it's looking very, very close. Margins are tiny, going down, I mean, less than a second, all the way to, God, I need to scroll down, 34th place at the moment. So, I mean, Brands Hatch Indy, always a great circuit, always very, very close. I think every time we come here, we see great racing as well. It's, you know, it really makes a good opening round to a championship as well. And I think, yeah, like you say, the fixed setups just make everything that little bit tighter. It really comes down to the driver. So it's going to be interesting. Large reverse grids as well, I've been told. So yeah, I'm looking forward to these first 2 weeks. And yeah, Paul will obviously be back after that in the box with you. But yeah, you've got yours truly for the opening couple of rounds.
Well, yeah, it's so effective, the BTCC being here for the opening race of the season. Alex is right, yep. 2 20-minute races, as always, in the Kia Club Series. But yeah, reverse grids. 21 to 32 is the numbers that will be reversed on the Wheel of Fortune. Of course, after the first race, that will set the grid for the second race of the evening. And Alex was right, a whole load of cars here, 43 plus entries. Going to have my work cut out reading the grid, I can tell you, in just under 9 minutes. Alex, CQR and iGlazing Limit Squad, they're the two teams at the front. They've retained the same driver lineups pretty much for this season. Is it good really having the consistency in the team? It allows you really to get familiar faces on board, of course, and make sure that they're all on the same page, really.
Nothing like having you know, the same team again, and you know, drivers get to know each other and they have a lot of fun while doing this. You know, at the end of the day, it's a hobby. It's what we do of an evening to have a bit of a laugh, and you know, there's nothing like you know, sort of building that bond with your teammates and trying to push on, see if you can improve, you know, season after season.
Oh, well, we start the series tonight at Brands Hatch. Next week we head to Summit Point Raceway, and then Spa-Francorchamps on the 10th of July. 60 plus cars hopefully we'll see on the grid for that one on a Sunday night. Okayama, 17th of July. Before after that we head to a completely different circuit in Monza. The long straights there will be testing out the Kia Optimas there. Then we head on a mid-season break at the end of July before heading to the Silverstone International Circuit where we started last season at the beginning of August. Interlagos always provides great racing for the Kia Club Series, and we'll be there on the 14th of August, just in time for the start of the football season. Then Watkins Glen, the classic boot layout on the 21st of August. Lots of slipstream expected there. Then we head to Twin Ring Motegi for an afternoon and night race towards the end of August before ending the season at the Donington National Circuit, as we do every season, and then a non-championship charity race at Brands Hatch on the Grand Prix circuit. While qualifying is underway at the moment, we've just got 8 minutes left on the clock, and as Alex was saying, the fixed setup and the fact that it's a very short track means that the times are very close. So close that Piers Pryor and Matt Bunn have set exactly the same time, 46.140, and then Ashley Blake comes in third, Chris Wood fourth, Ben Hackerson fifth, Diego Melro, who's making records in the BSRTC Championship, with Simpson Racing in sixth, Roy Ververke in seventh, Lewis Bibby in eighth, Ian Roskell in ninth, and Adam Hadfield rounding out the top 10, and then Pete Harrod, the reigning double series champion, in 11th place. Alex, yeah, close times at the top, less than a thousandth between them. That's very close.
Yeah, I'm just see if Matt can just get that, couple of thousandths extra out of a lap time here and get himself on pole. Pierce has been up there pretty much from word go in this qualifying session as well. Blake Hood not too far behind, so it'd be interesting to see. Obviously, I've seen Ashley race a fair bit in different series as well. I know how good he is. New name to me, obviously, is Chris Wood, so it'd be good to see what he's all about. But yeah, looks very, very quick at the moment. Ben Hackerson, Diego Melro, looking, he's on a rich vein of form at the moment, so it'd be good to see if he can move forward. Roy Ververke, obviously, we know how quick he is as well. So yeah, there's a lot of names that I'm familiar with that look very promising. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to these races.
Here's Chris Wood driving for the new Ryan 73 team. We'll see how they get on during the season. Radicals UK join the series as well. We'll see how they get on as well. Another new team to join the championship. And Isle of Base Racing also new, with Ethan McColgan, Lorne Murray, and just a few of the names there. Just a few minutes left. Alex, Brands Hatch is such a tight circuit. It looks like it's pretty difficult to find a bit of clear air to set a lap time.
Yeah, with so many cars out there right now, again, I have to scroll down to see. There's 46 registered for the session. Only 43 have actually set a time that I can see at the moment. So, yeah, it's tricky. Everybody's out there, really, at the moment. There's just a few that are in the pit. So, like you say, you've got to try and back up, maybe give yourself a second and a half, try and use the slipstream of the car ahead without catching them up before the end of the lap. Of course, if they make a mistake, then your lap is somewhat compromised as well. So it is very, very tough out there.
Well, you may have noticed on the cars and on the graphics that we've got for this season that we now have a two-tier system in the Kia Club Series. T1 with those blue number plate sections on the cars. You can see there in blue saying T1 on them. Those are the guys that are going for the Pro Championship. And the guys with the red number plates with T2 on them are going for the Pro Am Championship. So it's good to see, Alex, that we've got two prizes on offer for this season, and make sure that we've got two exciting battles to focus on during the championship.
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoy that in the other series that we cover as well. It's good to have different classes and categories in there. So yeah, it's it gives some of the drivers who perhaps aren't as experienced in the car the opportunity to sort of rise up through their sort of what would effectively be the amateur category, and once they've sort of mastered that, then they move on to the higher T class, really.
Matt Bunn coming out of Clearways down the front straight. Looks like he's on a hot lap at the moment. Will he be able to improve on his 46.140? He does a 46.5, so 4 tenths of a second slower than his personal best, which currently puts him second on the grid. He will now try and set a hot lap now. He's got a car in front of him in Clinton Bell. New livery for Club 73. Gone away from the blue livery to multicolour livery for this season. It looks like Matt Bunn might have just backed off, but it looks like he's still on it, heading through Graham Hill Bend. Stay with him and see if he's able to improve on his lap time. Piers Pryor still sitting at the top of the timing tree. Was very good in race ones during the championship last season. Was at the front for quite a few of the races. Spa-Francorchamps springs to mind as well. Out of Clearways he comes again. Matt Bunn running for CQR, of course. Pete Harrod, the reigning series champion, he's his teammate. Laps 2 tenths of a second slower than last time around, 46.7. So hasn't got too many more chances, Matt Bunn, to try and get it done. Last time we were here at Brands Hatch Indy, 3rd of April 2016, and Adam Gosling was the winner in race 1 for Race Hub. Then we saw an absolutely crazy second race due to the reverse grid. Jim Flanagan holding up everyone for the good 2/3 of the race, and then it was up to Andrew Woodhouse, our Apex Racing TV colleague, of course, Alex, to come through and take the win there. And even then he still wasn't very happy with Jim Flanagan's driving. So definitely the reverse grid race is something to watch out for with the guys at the front that we don't normally see.
Just 2 minutes left of qualifying then, really. Just 2 laps. People perhaps coming out of the pits have got their out lap and one more attempt maybe to get this done. Matt Bunn is not in a bad position right now actually. I'm just having a quick look at him. He's got about a second and a bit ahead where there's massive traffic ahead of him, but it's clear enough track. If he can just hook the lap together, maybe get a little bit of draft off of I think it's I'm not sure exactly who it is in front of him at the moment on track, but yeah, let's have a look, see what he does this lap by. That looks pretty tidy so far. Oh well, that's that then.
Completely caught me out there, and who was that on their roof? It was one of the Crest SVR cars, Jason Rowe. Pete Harrod, the reigning series champion, driving for CQR, of course, had to dodge the wreckage, as did Matt Bunn's CQR and East Coast Hydro Racing teammate, Ashley Blake Hood. So that definitely scuppers their lap. They should be able to get out the pits due to the short nature of the track and get back on it and try and set another lap, as is Pete Harrod. So it's not completely over for them yet. Ben Palmer also, as you may have seen in the entry list video, has joined CQR and East Coast Hydro Racing for this championship. Was a privateer last season and definitely made a name for himself, winning a few races there, winning 2 races in fact. So we'll see how he's able to do in the Kia Club Series for this championship. Pete Harrod, reigning series champion, 7 wins altogether in his career. Adam Gosling finished second, only 3 over the 2 seasons he's been going at it. Ben Hackerson, the second in most wins in the championship. He's driving for the iRacing Limit squad, and of course they were race up last season. Good to see the name iRacing back in the championship, and a paint scheme that became really famous in season 2 of the championship. So they're coming on to start their final few laps now. In just about 10 seconds the checker flag will be out and the session is over. Matt Bunn's just starting his final flying lap now, and he looks on it, Alex, so let's see if he can get any closer. He just needs to lap 1,000th of a second quicker and then he'll be on pole.
Yeah, just nail this right now. He's got his
that's
teammate with him.
off track.
Yeah, off track, so that's that done and dusted. Just take a void in action there. So good job we have unlimited cars, isn't it?
Here comes Ashley Blake Hood. I think he's coming across the line. Let's see what time he does. A 46.3. It's a good time, but it's not able to improve his position on the starting grid at all. His personal best one, 46.188. See any changes in order as the quick cars are coming across the line. Pete Harrod, 46.4. Not enough for him to improve on his 12th position. And Ben Palmer, 46.393. That's a personal best for him and puts him up to 13th. And I think, Alex, that looks like we've had everyone set a time. Oh, let's see. We've got 46 cars for this race. So it's going to be a frantic one for an opening race of the championship. And well done to the race organisers for getting an entry list this big. Great to see on a Sunday night. Well, let's run you through the starting grid for the first race of the season of the Kia Club Series Championship. Piers Pryor on the pole, Matt Bunn alongside him on the front row, setting exactly the same time. Ashley Blake Hood in 3rd, Chris Wood 4th, Ben Hackerson 5th. 6th is Diego Melro, Roy Ververke 7th, 8th Lewis Bibby, 9th Ben Gregory, and Eoin Roskell rounding out the top 10. Adam Hadfield will start 11th. Pete Harrod, reigning series champion, starts 12th. Ben Palmer 13th, Pete Newman 14th, good to see Pete Newman in the championship. 15th, Clinton Bell, Tristan Bodis 16th, Sam Reed 17th, 18th for John Roberts, 19th Tom Stanley, and Darrell Rampton rounding out the top 20. 21st Max Wright, James Leggett 22nd, 23rd Maciek Sakovic, season 1 champion, Andrew Whitehead 24th, Neil Amber 25th, 26th Neil Rocks, 27th Jim Flanagan, who was leading the race for so long in the second race here back in April, 28th Linus Bostrom, Chaz Draycott 29th, 30th Toby Smales, 31st Tobias Olsen, 32nd Ben Warburton, Mark Woodhouse 33rd, Craig Evans 34th, 35th Perry Warburton, 36th Sean Gardner, 37th Scott Malcolm, 38th Bill DeCare, 39th Stuart Atkinson, Christopher Sherburn 40th, 41st Trevor Blackburn, 42nd Jason Rowe, 43rd Dale Green, 44th Lorne Murray, 45th Ethan McColgan, and 46th for the back, not setting a time, Alex Bristow. 20 minutes of racing here, track temperature 29 degrees, air temperature 23. And 20 minutes, Alex, I think that's enough for tyre wear to be a factor here.
I think you're right. I think we'll see people struggle towards the last sort of 5-6 laps. So yeah, let's keep an eye out. Those that can save the tyres might just be able to have a little run towards the end of the race. Here we go.
Here we go then. Season 4 of the Kia Club Series, race 1 of the championship is underway. Pryor gets away well, so does the CQR and East Coast Hydro car of Ashley Blake Hood. He's got through both of them on the front row and leads into Paddock Hill Bend. Round the outside goes Bunn in the other CQR and East Coast Hydro car going into Druids Bend for the first time. And it's now a CQR and East Coast Hydro Racing 1-2. Easy for me to say. Bit of contact there between him and the Club 73 car. Meanwhile, as a car round, it's a CQR car. Just trying to scroll back and see who it is, Alex, but bit of contact there in the early going.
Yeah, I see Ben Gregory's had some sort of issues there. He was around as well, so there's a little bit of an incident a little bit further back coming out of Graham Hill Bend 2. Some damaged cars. Somebody's crabbing. I'm not sure who that was. It might be Ben Warburton was the car that was around. It's like Sakovic is the one who's got the problems. He's into the pits as well. Let's switch our attention back to the front though. So yeah, a few cars into the pits already.
And Pete Harrod, Rating Series champion, 2-time champion of course now. He's in the pits after one lap, and if they're not careful they could easily be laps here, such as the short nature of this Brands Hatch Indy circuit then. One lap already completed here. Ashley Blake Hood leads, second Matt Bunn, Piers Pryor in third, Ben Hackerson fourth, fifth for Diego Melrose, sixth Chris Wood, Lewis Bibby seventh, Adam Hadfield eighth, Ben Palmer in ninth, and Ian Roscoe rounding out the top 10. Frantic opening lap here as always in the Kia Club Series, and it's been a great start for CQR and East Coast Hydro. Now it's up to Piers Pryor to see if he can get that second place back off Matt Bunn.
Oh, and who's that slow on the apex there? Everybody's going to have to go round the outside here. Not ideal. Gets himself over and out of the way. Yeah, but major problems whoever that was. He's going to be out of the race, I'm pretty sure.
It's Jim Flanagan
breaking away at the moment. We've got Diego Melro. He's just not able to keep up with them at the moment. Although he did lap a good pace last time round. So these guys carry on fighting. You've got Ben Hackerson now taking a little look on the inside of Piers Pryor. Piers don't really want to let this place go. He's a good qualifier and poor starts. Really put him on the back foot now, and Hackerson's punishing him again.
It's not been a good 3 laps, but Hackerson overshoots Paddock Hill Bend, goes into the gravel, and that helpfully allows Piers Pryor to go back up the inside into Druids. But he now gets out of shape, gets the car a bit sideways, and now Ben Hackerson is going to try and get the position back into Graham Hill Bend. Great battle here between the iRacing Limit Squad car and the Club 73 car of Piers Pryor. We're going through the left-hander at Surtees into McLaren's and then up to Clearways. Good overtaking spot on the circuit here, and this is now allowing the CQR and East Coast Hydro cars to break away here. They'll have a good 3/4 of a second advantage, Alex, when we get to the line.
Yeah, I'm actually looking at live timing now, and it says to me 1.3 seconds is the gap, so huge amount of time lost in there. And Diego Melro down to 0.7 of a second behind them as well, so he's been able to catch up quite a bit, and he's brought the pack along with him. So you've got Lewis Bibby, Chris Wood, Ben Palmer, and Adam Hadfield in there as well, and there's a few cars following those too. So it's you can see why they're battling, but all it does is bring the pack back closer to them from where they jumped away on those opening laps.
Lewis Bibby there up in 6th place, privateer, and running in the Tier 2 of the Kia Club Series for this championship. So good to see him up inside the top 10, up with the Tier 1 guys. Over the line we go then, on to lap 6 now of the race. Blake Hood and Bunn lead by 0.4 of a second, the gap between those two. Then it's a further second back to Piers Pryor. Pryor, though, last time around did lap quicker than Matt Bunn and Ashley Blake Hood, so his chase is on to try and get back that lead that he had for only a few seconds at the start. Of course, started on pole position and now down in 3rd place. Ben Hackerson started 5th up to 4th. Diego Melrose started 6th up to 5th. Lewis Bibby, though, started 8th up to 6th, so he benefited from a good start.
Adam,
Chris
it's a
Wood,
great little cluster. Sorry to interrupt you right now. Looking at 9th place, Adam Hadfield, 62 car for Radical Racing UK. He leads a great little pack right now. They were having a major battle, and all of a sudden there's a mistake further back. That was Tom Stanley, possibly. Ran out wide, his Radical Racing UK teammate. And yeah, so those two have broke away from this pack, but look at the battle behind right now. There's nothing between them. You've got the likes of Ian Roskell, Clint Bell, and Tristan Bodis in there as well. They were all exchanging position just a lap ago around here, this section of the circuit.
Tom Stanley. Oh, yeah, Tom Stanley gets hit there by Ian Roskell, and a bit of a bump and run there, and he's through. So that's Ian Roskell up to 12th place. Now he sets his sights on Pete Newman, who's leading this gaggle of cars around. A car wide there on the exit. That's Ben Gregory. Gregory there driving.
Gregory trying to get back onto the circuit as well. No one letting him have any room whatsoever. He's still all out of shape.
Just the moment I look down at the entry list, and Gregory goes and scares us like that. So he's got the car wrestled back under control. He's a lap down, I think, Ben Gregory. Yeah, he's down in 34th place, so trying to get out of the way there.
Yeah, makes sense then. I was wondering why they weren't giving him any room whatsoever. But yeah, pesky back marker move. Almost bit them hard. If you'd have lost control, could have taken half of them out there.
Ashley Blake could have escaped. However, the battle for second is now on. Piers Pryor is right with Matt Bunn, going up to clearways on lap 8. See what he can do on the exit. Tight line there from Matt Bunn, using up the tyres there just a little bit possibly. Want to make sure that you still have a few bit of tyres left in the closing stages of the race. Over line we go on to lap 9. Pryor having a little bit of look down the inside there into Paddock Hill Bend. No advances on that position for now. So that looks like that battle further down, Alex, seems to have sorted itself out.
Yeah, it does. Just looking at the timing screens, it does. Although slowly coming back. Hackerson was having a little look there for a moment. Got the line wrong and dropped back just a little bit as well. So yeah, Bunn struggling a little bit to keep up with his teammate, and I think for much longer Ashley's going to break the draft as well, and we'll start to scamper away. 13 minutes left of this race, and yeah, it's starting to hot up at the front, and actually a couple of little packs really starting to form up now. We've got sort of 6th place. You're looking at Lewis Bibby leading that one from Chris Wood and Ben Palmer. Adam Hadfield leads the next pack. I say the next pack, it's just a couple of cars really. And then you've got Pete Newman now has worked his way to the front of that slightly larger gaggle that is starts from 11th place. There, him and Ian Roskell pulling away from Tom Stanley, Clinton Bell, and Tristan Bodis and the like. So, like I said, sorry, a few little groups forming up, but where's this? This is Piers Pryor, isn't it? Having a look for second place.
Very close there. They were rubbing definitely, and here comes Hackerson up the inside. Caught Piers Pryor unawares there, and up the inside he goes on the exit. Down the front straight will go, and let's see if Ben Hackerson can. Oh no! Oh! Quarter panel, Alex. It's good to be back, quarter panel, but opening race of the season, Ben Hackerson's out.
It's the worst, and there's absolutely, you know, I go on and on and on, and there's nothing you can do. And Diego Melrose having a look now on Pierce. So Pierce hasn't got away with that position. He has dropped back to 4th place, but yeah, it's not Hackerson. I feel bad for Hackerson because it was a great move. He saw what was unfolding, and he placed his car absolutely perfect to get that position done. Just a little bit of squeezing going on, and unfortunately, that's it. You know, a mistake was, well, not a mistake, but a core panel incident happened.
Well, it's definitely taken the heat out of this second place battle. Matt Bunn's now on his way. Diego Melrose, Alex was saying, yeah, now up into 3rd place. Piers Pryor down to 4th, so it's not going well for the guy that was sitting on pole position after qualifying. Chris Wood then is in 5th for the Forion Racing team. Goes a bit wide through Paddock Hill Bend there.
Took a second look at that incident, and I think if you're an admin, you've got to put the blame on Piers Pryor there, because he tried to tuck back in on Hackerson there so that he could get a run on Matt Bunn, and he hadn't actually let Hackerson clear. So unfortunately his motion for trying to get behind there has effectively took out Ben. So I'm sure it wasn't intentional, it was just a mistake. He thought it was clear and he wasn't. But yeah, if an admin was to look at that, I think they would have to rule against Piers there.
See what the organisers do. Just over half of the race now in the books. 20-minute race, of course. Ashley Baker leads Matt Bunn by 1.4 seconds. But Diego Melro is getting closer and closer to that CQR East Coast Hydro car. See what he can do in his ride for this season. Diego Melro races another Kia Series, of course. Good to see him in the championship as well. Driving for Team Mad for this season, the Portuguese driver. And now he's trying to get past Matt Bunn. And Piers Pryor also latching onto the back of these guys as well. So second place battle continues. Here comes Melro then off of Paddock Hill Bend. Matt Bunn has to go on the defensive up to Druids. It's not good. Well, surely they sort each other out going into that corner. And now they're on their way down towards Graham Hill Bend. 3 cars battling away here again, Alex. It didn't go well the last time when Ben Hackerson was here. Let's hope they can get it done cleanly this time.
Yeah, Diego, full of confidence at the moment as well. He's had a couple of wins in that other series, so...
See what he does on the exit then. Building up speed on the exit of Clearways. Using the slipstream is Diego Melro, but Matt Bunn will defend the inside line. He's going to have to go to the outside as Melro in the Team Mad car. Right on the outside, he's going to go using a bit of the runoff area there on the exit. I've never seen on the entry, sorry, I've never seen a car do that before. He's able to keep the car still on the racing line, has a little bit of a lunge up the inside into Druids, but no way through. Boy, it was going off there for a moment going into Paddock Hill Bend, Alex.
It looked like the car wasn't going to turn enough, does it? Because of the entry there. It's strange. I've never seen anyone use all of that for the track, but he managed to get away with it. And these 3 are closer than they've ever been.
This is brilliant for Ashley Blake Hood. He's now still setting times in the 46s. These guys are all lapping in the 47s. So he's pulling away by a good second or so a lap. The gap between these two last time around was 2.2 seconds. I wonder what it's like when we come across the line now. It's going to be quite a bit more than that. Into Paddock Hill Bend we go this time, and off goes Bunn. Well, he goes wide anyway. Oh no! And there's a bit of contact between him and Piers Pryor, and this now allows Melro through into second, Pryor back up into the podium positions in third, and Matt Bunn, just that small mistake into Paddock Hill Bend, has proved very costly.
Well, Melro, I think, has the pace. He's tracked these guys down. He was a few seconds back after the start of this race, and got past both of them now, so I feel like he should have the ability to sort of push on and pull away. It's that Hackerson back on the circuit. Ahead of them.
Yes, it is. I think it is, anyway.
Could be one of his teammates, I suppose, but...
We've also got a second race to come after this with the reverse grid. That should definitely be something to bear in mind. But let's see what Diego Melro can do now that he's got the second place. Can he get after Ashley Blake Hood, who leads by 2.4 seconds now over the Team Mad car? But Piers Pryor, Alex, still looks like he wants that second place back. Yep. We're going through Graham Hill Bend.
I clearly spoke too early because Piers is all over him all of a sudden. So Matt Bunn still trying to stick with these guys too. Ashley Blake Hood is away now, 2.6 seconds. Oh, very wide line for Melro there, but of course he will carry the speed and momentum off of the corner, so even with the draft it's going to be difficult for Piers to get any kind of run this time.
And good defensive driving there from Melro. This is probably the closest battle we've got on the circuit at the moment, so we'll keep our eyes on this going up to Druids. A bit of a lock up there, lock of the rears by Diego Melro. And lap 18 here, 15 minutes or so have elapsed. Alex, how long have we got left on the clock? I haven't really got a time telling us how long we've got remaining.
6 minutes and 10 seconds.
6 minutes and 10 seconds, okay, so not long left. We're entering the closing stages here at the Brands Hatch Indy circuit. And the battle for second definitely is on. Melro leading these guys around. Melro, who started 6th on the grid. Didn't expect it really to start like this for the first race of the season. I must admit, I thought we'd see really a procession round, first, second, third, fourth, staying in their various positions. But no, topsy-turvy race so far, and it's great to see some of the new drivers here mixing up with the guys at the front, like Diego Melro, Chris Wood, Adam Hadfield, Lewis Bibby, Sorry, Adam Hadfield's racing the series before, but good to see those guys at the front.
Adam Hadfield, actually, as you mentioned, him closing in on Chris Woods, having a little look. Wood there, not giving the room, covering off the inside a little bit, getting the car slowed down nicely on the apex so that it wasn't compromised too much, getting on the power, but makes a mistake, and Hatfield gets hit by I think was that Lewis Bibby?
Yes, it was.
It was, yeah, Bibby just tagging in there. They sort of stay as they were. Oh, mistake there for Wood. This is going to be, he's all out there on the grass, avoids the gravel, but can't get the power down, slips a place. That's 2 places he's lost. Bibby's got him as well.
Bibby's going to look down the inside, into paddock up end, and he's already through, I think. Yeah, he is. And Chris Wood's also out of control there,
Pete Newman, up and through as well. And if he's not too careful, Tom Stanley's going to get him here as well. He does. Tom Stanley dives at the inside and gets another place. And Sam Reed wants a piece of this action as well. There's a little battle going on behind them between Ian Roskell and Clinton Bell.
Ian Roskell and Clinton Bell there. Club 73 car, and Tristan Bodis also getting in the mix there as well. He's down in 14th place. And of course, a bigger reverse grid for this season. Usually the cars would be on the fringes of the reverse grid. But because we've upped the limit to 21 down to 32, it's going to be much different there. Meanwhile, let's have a look at the second place battle again. Diego Melrose still grimly holding on at the moment from Piers Pryor. Matt Bunn getting closer and closer to them. Let's see what their lap times were like last time around. They were all lapping in the 47. So was Chaz Draker, even though he's a lap or so down from these guys. He's still keeping chase with them for now, as we're on lap 21 and only got just gone to 5 minutes left of racing here in the first race of the evening. Close battle here, Alex. Looking just outside the top 20. We've got Sean Gardner and Jim Flanagan battling away, but Flanagan, of course, is a lap down. Andrew Whitehead also a lap down, but Jason Rowe 25th place as well. These guys could all be contesting a position in the reverse grid.
Yeah, I was just having a quick look to see what else might have been going on. Tristan Bodis and Bell, they're separated by 0.2 of a second at the moment as well. Ahead of them, you've got Ian Roskell, Sam Reed having a little battle. But yeah, Lorne Murray, Jason Rowe, 25th, 26th, they're having a good little battle right now. Of course, we see some side-by-side action further back. That's lapped cars, is it? I believe it is, just having a little thing. Oh, what's this? Oh! I don't know if you were watching that there, but yeah, that was interesting from Lorne Murray, I think. It was indeed Lorne. So, yeah, got that all wrong, but managed to avoid hitting anybody else. So, did what he needed to do there, I guess.
Just as able to hold on. But yeah, very, very hairy moment there. Just a few moments left then in this race. Let's see what's happening back in the battle for second. Through Surtees we go, up to Clearways. Whoa, Melrose all sorts of out of shape there. And up the inside goes Pryor, but just no way through. Melrose going to have to go around the outside, and that will give him the straight line speed at the end of the straight. But for now, it means that Piers Pryor is going to get alongside him as we go across the line onto lap 24. Here we go into the first corner then. Down the inside goes the Club 73 car of Piers Pryor. Melrose going to cut back to the inside on the exit. Be careful, guys, you don't want to cause a panel. You've already done that once tonight, Piers. And he just was able to cut across the front of Melrose in time. But that is Piers Pryor now back up to second place. Diego Melrose down to third, Alex.
Yeah, just goes to Piers Pryor there, making sure I eat my words when I said that Diego Melrose was going to pull away. And, well, we've got a minute and 28 seconds left of this race, so it's not over and done with. Couple laps. This one, they might just sneak in another one because Ashley Blake Hood is away, but Melrose makes a big mistake, and he's actually under the cosh now from Matt Bunn. Surely Bunn is going to have the best run here. He's got the inside line already, and it's just a case of making sure he nails his braking, and he should move himself up and into third place. He does do exactly that.
It's definitely not over though, even though we've just got a few laps left. Bunn leads him into Druids, and there's contact made, and Bunn's able to save it just. Melrose gets out of the throttle and allows the CQR and East Coast Hydro car to come back around but the battle's still on here, Alex. When we get to line, should there be 1 lap to go, I think?
I think we will. I think we'll get the white flag next time. Just having a look where Blake Hood is right now. He's going to come across the line with about 25 seconds to go. So white flag will come out. We won't get another one in.
So we're going to be starting the final lap of the first race of the season then in the Kia Club Series. Over the timing line we go then. Matt Bunn leads in second place. And we'll see what Diego Melra can do. Into paddock Hill Bend, through the right-hander, down towards Druids. Good run by both of them. Matt Bunn covers the inside. Diego Melra going to try and go around the outside. No way through, he's going to come back to the inside, what he did last time around. But thankfully he doesn't hit Matt Bunn this time. Towards Graham Hill Bend, the left-hander. And then we're going to go down the back straight, round the outside. And Matt Bunn's given in the room. You're allowed to do that in this championship. Run all 4 wheels off. And he's through. So Melrose managed to get the move done round the outside. Meanwhile, where's Ashley Blake Hood? He's coming off a clearways now. Checker flag in the air. And round 1, race 1 of the Kia Club Series for Season 4 goes to CQR and East Coast Hydro and Ashley Blake Hood. He takes the win. Second place will go to second place will go to Piers Pryor. What we're talking about. Matt Bunn will get the final spot on the podium in third. Diego Melra will get the final spot on the podium in third. Matt Bunn 4th. Ben Palmer gets 5th. Adam Hadfield 6th. Pete Newman 7th. Tom Stanley 8th. Chris Wood 9th. And then Lewis Bibby sliding his way across the line in 10th. Let's see what the final positions are coming like now. Jason Rowe in 25th. He's coming across the line. One of the last cars on the lead lap, along with Bill DeCare, Dale Green and Darrell Rampton. These guys having a tremendous battle to be the final car on the lead lap. And then now just making their way across the line. And they will be the last lead lap finishers. Well, Alex, the tight nature of this Brands Hatch Indy circuit meant it was not easy for cars to break away. And that was definitely what happened in the battle for second place between Pryor, Melrose, Bunn, and before he got taken out, Ben Hackerson.
Yeah, it was remarkably close actually towards the end of that race. I mean, you look, Ben Palmer closed in a little bit to him as well. Matt Bunn and Diego Melra dropped back massively as they were having their little scrap at the end. So, yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed that one as well. Reverse grid overtaking wasn't as free flowing as perhaps I expected. I knew we were going to see packs and things like that might slow it down a bit, but yeah, I think if we have a big reverse grid here, it's going to be very interesting.
Well, the reverse grid will be coming up shortly, but let's run you through the finishing order from the first race of the season and the first race of the night. Ashley Blake Hood takes the win then for CQR and East Coast Hydro Racing, his first win in the Kia Club Series. Piers Pryor second. Diego Melrose finished in third in the end, getting that position round the outside of Matt Bunn on the exit of Graham Hill Bend. 5th, Ben Palmer. 6th, Adam Hadfield. 7th for Pete Newman. 8th, Tom Stanley. Chris Wood in 9th. And then Lewis Bibby rounding out the top 10. Sam Reed finished 11th. Clinton Bell 12th. Ian Roskell 13th. Tristan Bodis in 14th. 15th, Max Wright. 16th, Tobias Olsen. 17th, James Leggett. 18th, John Roberts. 19th, Craig Evans. And 20th, Mark Woodhouse. Scott Malcolm in 21st. Neil Rocks finished 22nd. 23rd, Roy Ververke after starting in 7th place. So he obviously had trouble away from the line. 24th, Trevor Blackburn. 25th, Jason Rowe. 26th, Bill DeCare. 27th, Dale Green. 28th, Darrell Rampton. And then the cars 1 lap down or more. These still should be classified finishers. Sean Gardner, 29th, 1 lap down. Pete Harris, reigning series champion. Not a good start to the championship for him. However, of course, in round 1 last season, he blew an engine and didn't finish there. So getting a classified finish, albeit 1 lap down, will still be a consolation for him. And Gregory, 31st, 1 lap down. Neil Bamber, 32nd, also 1 lap down. Same for Maciek Sakovic, season 1 champion. Perry Warburton, 1 lap down. In 34th, 35th, Christopher Sherburn. And then 2 laps down, 36th, Chaz Draycott. Ben Hackerson, after that contact on the front straight, 37th, 2 laps down. Toby Smiles in 38th, 2 laps down. Jim Flanagan, 3 laps down. Andrew Whitehead also 3 laps down. 5 laps down in 41st was Lorne Murray. And then Ben Warburton, 19 laps down in 42nd. 25 laps down, Stuart Atkinson, 43rd. 44th, Alex Bristow, 26 laps down. And Linus Bostrom and Ethan McColgan didn't take the start. Right then, time to look at the cars that are eligible for the reverse grid. 21 to 32, the cars eligible. And Samuli Kumo will spin the wheel in just a moment. And we'll see who's on pole. Let's have a look at the cars that are eligible for the reverse grid. Scott Malcolm, Neil Rocks, Roy Ververke, Trevor Blackburn, Jason Rowe, Bill DeCare, Dale Green, Darrell Rampton, Sean Gardner, Pete Harrod, Ben Gregory, and Neil Bamber. Those are the cars that could be on pole for the second race of the evening, race 2 of the championship. So Samuli Kumo will now spin the wheel. Great job, as always, doing the cameras tonight and the last few seasons here on Apex Racing TV and iRacing Live, and we'll see who's on pole. 29 is a number that's been drawn, and Pete Harrods won't be happy because he's just missed out. It's Sean Gardner that has been reversed onto pole, Dal Rampton second, Dale Green third, Bill DeCare fourth, and Jason Rowe will line up fifth. Well, Alex, it's 29 cars is bigger than the reverse grids that we see in the championship we cover on a Thursdays, and on the Brands Hatch Indy circuit, anything's going to happen here. It's going to be pretty crazy, the second race.
Yeah, this is going to be it's going to be very, very interesting. Really tough for those guys to come through. They were quick, but remember what we were saying earlier on, that there was only a 1 second a lap difference all the way between first to 35th. So add the draft into the mix on that one, and I tell you what, they're probably only talking 3 or 4 tenths quicker the front to the back of what this pack's going to be. It's going to be really, really difficult for them to move up. You know, those drivers that can make good bold moves without getting caught up in anything, they're going to be at the top of this championship at the end of today, leading after the first round, which, you know, it's a long way to go yet, but still counts for something. So that's going to be an exciting second race.
Tobias Olsen, just picking him out, he's had a great first race. Started 31st, ended up finishing in 16th. Some good finishes also for Ben Palmer. Started 13th, finished 5th, and 19th to 8th for Tom Stanley. So, a bit of overtaking occurring in the first race, but I tell you what, if the next race is as good as the race 2 we had the last time we were here, it's definitely going to be up there with one of the all-time greats in the Kia Club Series. Well, we're going to step aside for a few moments here on Apex Racing and Apex Racing TV and iRacing Live. Join us in a few moments where we'll be back for race 2 of the evening and round 2 of the Kia Club Series Championship for Season 4. Do not go anywhere.
iRacing.com is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all over the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. iRacing's web-based interface allows members to compare stats and test drive any combination of car and track instantly. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 60,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsport organizations like SRO Motorsports Group to deliver virtual races based on the real-life Blancpain GT series. iRacing's Blancpain Endurance Series features team racing, giving members the ability to build a team and participate in races ranging from 3 hours to 24 hours. Additional partners include NASCAR, IMSA, V8 Supercars, IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own 24 hours of Spa, Bathurst 1000, Daytona 500, and many more. iRacing.com, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos and danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. Sure, they've got the most accurate tracks and realistic cars out there, but that's just the start. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight, and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all are kept in the pits. Not to mention that with over 45,000 active members already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in on the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
Well, it was a great first race to start the season. What is going to happen in the second race of the night? 29 cars reversed, more than we've ever had in the Kia Club Series. So anything could happen here. 29 cars, definitely something to watch out for. And if it's going to be like race 2 from last season, definitely watch out. That was an absolute barnstormer of a race. Adam Bath here, back with Alex Simpson for the second race of the evening. Alex, one thing we didn't talk about before we went to the break was Ashley Blake could start. Started on the second row of the grid and went straight between the two guys at the front of the grid. Matt Bunn and Piers Prime was able to take the lead straight away before we even got to Paddock Hill Bend.
Yeah, absolutely nailed that start, and he had to dodge the sort of between the two cars sort of to get it done, but he did it perfectly as well. Gave enough room so there was no sort of contact or anything like that. Yeah, just absolutely nailed it. He's going to need to do something like that again. I mean, he was 3 or 4 car lengths clear by the time he got into Paddock Hill. So yeah, if he can do that again, then that could be 5 places that he could get off of the grid, and he's going to need that all the way back in 29th.
It's almost as if the guys at the CQR and East Coast Hydro team had done a drivetrain switch and turned the Kia Optima into a wheel-wheel drive car. The amount of grip it had away from the line. But yeah, great job from him, and he was able to pull clear of Matt Bunn after a while and was able to get through and take his first win in the Kia Club Series ever. So we'll see if we can have another first-time winner in the Kia Club Series in race 2. 29 cars reversed. We'll run you through the grid shortly. Another 20-minute race will be in the offing here. Alex, I don't think we really saw tyre becoming too much of a factor. I know we talked about it before the start of the race, but I think we were more focused on the pack racing, that it didn't really become too much of an issue.
Yeah, you're right. I don't think you did. Looking at the lap times, there wasn't actually that much fall off at all. Don't know what the weather's saying this race. Let me go and have a quick look. Quite cool temperature again, so mostly cloudy. And if that's what we had on the last race as well, I didn't check the weather actually. That's silly of me. But that will make the tyre life just that much better. So this one, I don't think we'll see any issues with again either.
Track temperature in race 1 was 29 degrees. I think that was what it was. So we've gone up by 10 degrees for the second race of the evening. So we'll see how that affects the cars at all. in the 20-minute race. Right, well, I've got the grid here, so we'll run you through it quickly. 29 cars reversed, so that puts Sean Gardner onto pole position. Darrell Rampton alongside him on the front row. Dale Green in third, Bill DeCare fourth, Jason Rowe fifth. Trevor Blackburn will start sixth, Roy Verke seventh, Neil Rocks eighth, Scott Malcolm ninth, and Mark Woodhouse rounds out the top 10. Craig Evans will be in 11th. John Roberts, Brown champion from the VSRTC, will start 12th. 13th James Leggett, 14th for Tobias Olsen, 15th Max Wright, 16th Tristan Bodis, 17th Ian Roskell, 18th Clinton Bell, 19th Sam Reed, and Lewis Bibby in 20th, who I think was the highest of the T2 cars. 21st was Chris Wood, 22nd Tom Stanley, 23rd Pete Newman, 24th Adam Hadfield, 25th Ben Palmer, 26th was Matt Bunn, 27th Diego Melro, 28th Piers Pryor, and 29th is going to start our race 1 winner, Ashley Blake Hood. Then 30th on the grid will be Pete Harrod. So that contact on the opening lap, had to make a pit stop and finished 1 lap down. 31st Ben Gregory, 32nd Neil Bamber. Magic Sakovic, season 1 champion, will start in 33rd on the grid. Perry Warburton, 34th. Christopher Sherburn, 35th. Chaz Draycott will start 36th. Ben Hackerson, 37th. Toby Smales in 38th. 39th Jim Flanagan. And 40th will start Andrew Whitehead. Lorne Murray will start 41st. 42nd Ben Warburton, 43rd Stuart Atkinson, 44th Alex Bristow. Linus Bostrom will start 45th, and Ethan McColgan started back in 46th. Well, we had the T1 cars at the front of the grid for race 1, Alex. Now it's time for the T2 cars to take the limelight. They've locked out the front row in Sean Gardner and Darrell Rampton, and they've got quite a few positions at the front of the grid as well, so we'll see how they can hold on against the T1 cars.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting. Like I said in the last one, the quality times were not that far behind. They've got every opportunity, and sorry for giving the guys some dud information with the weather earlier on as well. It helps if I have my glasses on. Back to you, Adam.
Christopher Sherburn, just been informed, has been having technical issues, and race 2 of the night is underway. Gardner gets away well from the line. Here comes round the outside Dale Green. Let's see. It's Darrell Rampton. Rampton round the outside into Paddock Hill Bend, slides the car in dramatic fashion and leads up to Druids Bend. Second Sean Gardner after losing the lead from the pole, and out of control is Jason Rowe. He's on the grass, but he's able to save his Crest SVR car for now. In 4th place it is Dale Green, then it's Roy Verke, Trevor Blackburn, Bill DeCare, then it's Craig Evans, Neil Rocks and John Roberts rounding out the top 10 through Graham Hill Bend for the first time. Bit of contact, Sam Reed is around onto his roof, cars going in all directions, and another car into the wall as well, Alex.
Yeah, and a few people having to take some serious avoiding action to stay out of trouble car there, but it needed to be honest. We had a car on the racing line on its roof. Good call from the admins as far as I'm concerned on that one. Definitely the right thing. Everybody slows up. Those that were involved in it have got opportunity to get to the pits, maybe get some repairs if they've got any damage, and yeah, they'll follow up, close back up to this pack as well. So have we got anybody that's actually out and retired from that one? No, but we have had a lot of people jump into the pits.
And yeah, we've had a few cars going to the pits. The car that was on its roof on the exit at Graham Hill Bend was, I think, as I go onto the chase camera, it was Sam Reed, yeah. So Sam Reed getting involved in contact with one of the Radicals cars, it looks like, going onto its roof. And then, of course, the race organisers throwing the safety car for the first time this season. And now we'll have 2 laps behind the safety car, and then we'll get back racing again. And due to the short nature of this circuit, the safety car shouldn't be out too long. Let's have a look and see what cars are in the pits, if any. Christopher Sherburn didn't start, obviously had technical issues as we found out. Ben Palmer's just coming back out onto the track. He's fed in just behind the safety car, so it'll be interesting to see what happens there. Should get waved around, hopefully. Who else is in the pits? We've got Sam Reed, yeah, he was on his roof. He's now back out, of course. The drivers do get a fast repair in this championship, so just go into the pits and you'll get a fresh car and you'll be on your way if you haven't seen this championship before. So Darrell Rampton at the front, Sean Gardner second, Jason Rowe third, Roy Verke fourth, Dale Green fifth, Trevor Blackburn sixth, Craig Evans seventh, Bill DeCare eighth, Neil Rocks ninth, and John Roberts in 10th. That is your top 10 after the first lap when we were under the safety car. and Ben Palmer is deciding whether to go or not. Him and the safety car are having a bit of a merge together there, and he has been waved around, so he'll be on his way. Meanwhile, time for Darrell Rampson to back the pack up. Does a little bit, safety car into the pits. And we're going to get the green flag now, and we're back underway here for race 2 and round 2 of the Kia Club Series for season 4. Good restart by Darrell Rampson there, Alex. He's got a few car lengths on Sean Gardner already.
Yeah, Gardner perhaps napping a little bit there, was too busy paying attention to what the car was doing that was inside the safety car, I think, more than anything. And yeah, he's closed back up now. And but yeah, he had a good opportunity to try and get a jump there. Good battle going on further back. Dale Green on Trevor Blackburn. Blackburn lost a load of time on that restart as well. So I don't know what this group was doing. I thought Gardner was taking a little nap, having a little snooze, but apparently not. So yeah, Blackburn 2.1 seconds back from that group. So yeah, really not on it. And there's a whole gaggle of cars that are looking to try and get up and get past him as quickly as possible.
So Blackburn was past Green, and he's now up into 5th place, down in 6th. Now is Dale Green. Then it's Craig Evans, then it's Bill DeCare, Neil Rocks and John Roberts. That is your top 10 at the moment. First lap already completed. In terms of T2 cars, they are first, second, and third, with the highest T1 car being Roy Ververke in 4th, driving that Crest SVR car for this season. Side by side here between Neil Rocks and John Roberts. Roberts going around the outside. We saw Diego Melro do that to a great effect in race 1. Now we're on our way to Surtees. Goes around the outside, but he runs out of track. He goes off. May pick up a slowdown penalty for that. Tries to merge back onto the track safely. And James Leggett on the outside of Clearways has to take a bit of evasive action, but now they're going to go at it side by side out onto the front straight.
Yeah, Leggett side by side at the moment. Roberts wants to try and get in on this as well.
Oh, car off in front of them, Alex. We've got Dale. Is it Dale Green trying to get back on? I think it might be. He is Dale Green, yeah. He's just lost a position to Bill DeCare and Craig Evans. New paints for this season. New teams as well, taking a bit of time to just get in there. And Green now losing. He was in 6th. He's now down in about 8th or 9th position.
8th place. Yeah.
That was a mistake he made through Clearways. Darrell Rampson on his way, but the battle for second, as we saw in race 1, seems to be the main focus. We've got Sean Gardner and Roy Ververke battling away here. And let's see what this battle's going to happen. What's going to happen here as we come across the line to start lap 7. Sean Gardner leading him. Whoa, and Roy Ververke into the gravel. He's going to plough his way through it though, and he hasn't lost too much time in fact, so it's not too much of a mistake there for Roy, and he's got back going again.
Got away with that. We've seen a few people just make that same mistake tonight as well. There's some side-by-side going on a bit further back. I think that's Neil Rocks and Dale Green. They've got James Leggett in there as well, so they've all sorted themselves out through Graham Hill Bend, and yeah, it looks like a mistake there for who's going. Is that John Roberts, was it?
Chris Woods in the wall, I can tell you that. He was in 18th place. He was in amongst the John Roberts battle, Alex, but he's facing the wrong way.
Oh, this doesn't look pretty. Somehow they managed to. Thought for a minute we were going to see basically a carbon copy of what happened to Hackerson, but they pulled themselves apart and they carry on.
Whereabouts was that, Alex? Was that?
That was around that 9th, 10th battle.
Oh,
so yeah, Neil Rocks, James Leggett, and John Roberts. They were just all got pretty much sort of sucked into each other. Bit of a battle going on further back. Every time I see something going on, it seems to be something in the distance. That's Clinton Bell, 18th place, I believe, with Diego Melro, who's in there. Pete Harrod just ahead of them. Harrod, did he get a little shove there?
I think it might have just made a bit. The car might have just got a bit out of shape. I'll look back, Alex, for you. But yeah, he just lost it on his own going into Surtees.
Well, he loses that place to Diego Melro. Melro around up to 18th place already. Very, very strong. Where is that our winner from? Tobias Olsen. Big problems coming into turn 1. Don't quite know what happened there. Maybe we can get a replay or something of that, because he was facing the wrong way in turn 1 there. So.
Not a good race 2 then for Tobias Olsen. Made a great recovery race in race 1, started 31st, ended up finishing inside the top 20. but it's not being a good race too for him.
Just taking a quick look, 2 into 1 does not go, and we missed actually. There was another car involved in that dropped down too. I'm not sure who that was at the time, but yeah, Olsen hit the Arnco big time when they tried to squeeze themselves into Paddock Hill Bend there.
So it's up between Bill DeCare and James Leggett. Those two are going at it up towards Druids, and down the inside goes Leggett past Bill DeCare, and that is clear, and that is a done deal, and that is Leggett now through into 7th place. Bill DeCare down to 8th, and Neil Rocks joining in the action here in a 9th place going out of Graham Hill Bend.
Battle for the lead starting to get a little bit more tasty as well, although Gardner makes a mistake through the penultimate corner, and he was just 0.02 of a second back when I checked the timing screen a moment ago. But yeah, all of a sudden under the pressure once again from Roy Ververke. Roy looks to me like he's got the pace amongst all of these. Bill DeCare dropping down the timing sheet right now. What's going on with him?
He's off.
He is stationary on the straight. What do you reckon, Adam? This is going to be exactly what we saw with Ben, isn't it?
I've got every guess, though, Alex. I have to say, though, no, it's not. We're going out of clearways with Bill DeCare. He has a little bit of a tyre bounce with the right rear of who's in front with James Leggett, and then he goes into the wall and bounces back across the track.
So not a quarter panel, but end result very, very similar.
Similar, yeah. That tyre barrier is taking a bit of a pounding across the two races.
Ververke in second, Gardner in first. While we've been watching that all unfold, what happened there?
To Rampton, yeah. So Rampton was leading whilst we were looking at that replay. Let's see what happened then. And contact was made, Alex. But that was after he'd lost the lead in the first place. Right, they're going out of Druids. Rampton leading at this moment in time. And then makes a mistake. Looks like, can't tell whether it's a mistake or contact's made, but he loses the lead first of all to Sean Gardner, and then gets a little bit of a hit at the left rear by Roy Ververke, and Ververke is able to sweep through and take second place.
I'll have to keep an eye on the front too then, because they definitely had a little bit more pace. But Ververke looked quicker than all three. But yeah, Daryl should be able to recover. He's got 0.7 to Jason Rowe behind him. Hopefully he can hold on for a good finish. 9 minutes 33 of this race left. Trevor Blackburn down in 7th place, car number 40, looking like he's starting to put a bit of pressure onto to James Leggett. Actually, Leggett looks like he's pulling away according to the timing. Craig McLeod Evans just ahead of them as well. Not the greatest of laps previously for him, so he's getting drawn back into this battle as well. This is a great little cluster. Who knows how this one's going to pan out as well. It's always tough to know on these reverse grids, isn't it, Adam? Exactly who's got the pace, who's coming through, and who had a bad race last one or not.
And of course the longer races and the higher track temperatures as well, so tyre wear could still play a factor here. Craig Evans looks like he's closing onto the back of Jason Rowe, and Rowe goes wide through Paddock Hill Bend. This will allow Craig to close in. These two, of course, second tier drivers as well. Integers, this all closes up this pack beautifully. We've got 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th and 10th really all in and amongst it here. And in fact the battle for 9th and 10th, sorry, it didn't look good. I thought Bill DeCare was in amongst that battle, but he of course is a lap down after that contact a few laps ago. Evans into the back almost of Jason Rowe. And that was very close there, and this allows James Leggett, Alex, to close onto the back of them. So 3 cars now going at it for best of the rest here. But I'm still going back to the battle for the lead, Alex. Keep looking at all these various battles, but now Sean Gardner is right with, Roy Ververke is right with Sean Gardner. Lap times last time around, 48.164 for Sean Gardner, 47.8 for Roy Ververke. So Ververke's definitely got the pace here. We're on lap 15. Just over 12 minutes have been elapsed here, so 7 minutes left of racing here in the second race of the evening, and Roy Ververke, it may just be a matter of time before he gets the lead past Sean Gardner. Let's see what Sean Gardner is made of though. Let's see if he can put up a defence here from Roy Ververke. Out of clearways we go, down the front straight to start lap 16. Let's see what the lap times are like between these two as we come across the line. 47.9 for Sean Gardner, 47.9 as well for Roy Ververke. Almost identical lap times as they go through paddock, Alex.
Yeah, this battle's going to go on, I think, for the rest of this race. We've got to stay with it for the moment. That group behind as well is getting particularly tasty as well. We'll try and bring you as much information on the live timing as we can. We'll let you know if there's any position changes, but right now we need to see if Ververke can get a move done here.
Lost a bit of time this lap, but he's back with him going into clearways. Out of the corner we go. He's got a great run, Roy Ververke, but Sean Gardner comes across and cuts him off brilliantly there, trying to move across to disturb the slipstream, and goes to the inside line. Across the line we go. 13.5 minutes completed. Oh, they both missed the apex by quite a little bit there. 48.0 for Ververke, 48.1 for Sean Gardner. Gardner covering the inside. That's all he has to do. Roy Ververke can't get up the inside if you're defending it, Sean, and he's doing it brilliantly there in the second race here, the Kia Club Series, and has gapped Roy Ververke just a little bit, Alex, in this opening sector of the lap. But it's in this second sector, the run up to clearways, where Ververke is just able to bring it all back.
Yeah, and we know it's not setup related because they're running. Oh dear, that was. I thought for a minute I was going to see a little bit of action. I think Roy realised what he did there and just did absolutely everything he could to avoid the incident there. But yeah, completely different sort of speeds in the different sectors of this circuit as well. So just how driving styles gel with setups in the track, and yeah, Roy much quicker in this second half. So needs to do the best he can to stay really close here, give himself an opportunity for a move in the second half of the lap.
Well, we've seen he's good on the brakes into clearways. That's one thing, that's for certain. He looks a bit closer this time, but Sean Gardner doing a great job of getting just a few tenths between him and the Crest SVR car of Roy Ververke. Voted the most improved driver in the championship. Has a look up the inside there, just too far away. Yeah, voted the most improved driver in the series last season. And we'll see what he can do now. We're coming across the line to start lap 19. And over 15 minutes have been elapsed, so we've just got 4 and a bit minutes left here in the second race of the evening. Through Paddock Hill Bend we go. Ververke looking to the inside. Gardner doesn't move across, but he does know he's got that just a bit of advantage in hand. So Ververke doesn't lunge it up the inside. Let's have a look at the other battles quickly before they get to the other end of the lap. Dear me, Alex, there's 3 wide in places here going into Druids. Scott Malcolm and Max Wright going at it, teammates there.
Clinton Bell, Diego Melroy, Tom Stanley's in there as well. He's going side by side. Oh, there's a bit of contact further back. I think that was Ben Gregory. Yeah, Ben Gregory into the wall hard. He's took out our race winner from the last race. Ashley Bay Hood is done. It looks like he's trying to wait for the pack to go before he goes, or is he just had it? Don't know. No, he is sort of going. Oh dear. Yeah, major problems, but not great.
That's sustained a bit of damage, but yeah, bit of contact there on the exit of Graham Hill Bend. We've seen that quite a few times tonight. Of course, we had the safety car in the second race because of that. Whoa, the inside and contact's made between Ververke and Gardner. And I don't think that there was a gap there at all, Alex. I'll have to look back on the replay, and it looks like he's going to get swamped here. Sean Gardner, he's lost second, he's lost third, and he's lost fourth. And this might allow Craig Evans to get up the inside and take second place away from Darrell Rampton. It does. So Craig Evans up to second place. Darrell Rampton back in third, where he was before that contact was made. Alex, I don't know if you've seen the incident between Ververke and Gardner.
At it now on a,
but I don't think there was a gap there.
Just looking at it now on a replay, and there absolutely was not a gap there. It was covered off. Pretty, pretty substandard stuff there from Roy. Sorry, if that gap's shut, you need to slow down. It's your job not to hit the driver ahead, and no hesitation. He just carried on and took the place as well. Didn't think about slowing down and letting the driver back or anything. So, yeah, sorry, Roy. Don't mean to call you out on that one, but that was a bit shoddy.
That from an iRacing World Championship driver, of course. You've really got to have half the car alongside to get a move done into Graham Hill Bend there. But yeah, Roy Ververke, bit of contact with Sean Gardner. Well, a lot of contact with Sean Gardner. And Gardner now is down in 5th place. Positions now are as follows. Roy Verke leads onto lap 22, 17 and a half minutes in the books. Then it's Craig Evans in second. Third is James Leggett. Fourth, Darrell Rampton. Fifth, Sean Gardner. Sixth, Trevor Blackburn. Seventh, Neil Rocks. Eighth, Tom Stanley. And that battle is close between him and Rocks. Oh, that's close to contact there, going up to Druids. And a battle in front of them between Rampton and Gardner. Those two are side by side through Druids as well. So more action here inside the top 10. And Jason Rowe leading this second gaggle of cars around as well. Scott Malcolm, Clinton Bell, Pete Harrod side by side with Max Wright. Harrod up the inside, and that is a position gain there for the reigning series champion. And Matt Bunn there as well, who was on the front row in race 1. Car off in the gravel there.
Neil Rocks.
Neil Rocks.
That is, yeah.
He was in 7th place. See what happened there. And he was going through up to Clearways.
Oh, sorry, Adam. We need to switch up. Battle for second place. James Leggett right now trying to put a move on McLeod. Evans does that as well. Evans is alongside. He's going to have to go around the outside of Druids. Doesn't get the entry right. He's not going to be able to hold on through Graham Hill Bend. So James Leggett moves up and into second place.
Good move there by James Leggett, and that is him through into second. Craig Evans, who was in second for just a brief moment after that collision a few laps ago, and now he's back down to third position, but third on the podium will still be a good result for him. Started 13th, of course. Started 11th, of course, Craig Evans, and a good gain of positions there. Now Rampton could get in the mix here, but Roy Verke is on his way across the line. 19 minutes and 9 seconds. I think we might get one more lap after this.
I think we will get one more. Verke, far enough around the circuit, I think. Just sneak it in.
Darrell Rampton trying to hold off Trevor Blackburn, and Tom Stanley as well in the mix. This is a battle for 6th and 7th. And it could be anyone's guess who's going to get these positions in the closing laps, and don't rule out Sean Garner from taking a position away from Darrell Rampton. Those two are very close as well. Meanwhile, Roy Verke coming out of the final corner. He's come across the line already, has he? I think he might have done. Not yet. He's just coming across the line now. We've got Stuart Atkinson going into the pits at the same time. But yeah, Roy Verke comes across the line and starts the final lap with 3 seconds to spare before the checker flag was brought out. So we're going to go around for another lap. Yeah, so far ahead, he might have been able to have eased off the accelerator just a little bit, taking the checker flag.
I don't honestly think. I think he would have been close enough that they'd have just given him the white flag anyway there and then. So, but Blackburn and Diego Melro having a little battle, 7th and 8th. Melro moves up. Obviously, those two teammates, both driving for Team Mad. And yeah, so Melro, good couple of races. I have to say he's probably going to be the overall leader, isn't he, after the night, if he can just maintain this position. But here comes Roy Verke. So perhaps a little bit controversial, that little bump and run to get the lead, but he does come across and take the victory here. James Leggett will hold on for second place, followed by Clive McEvans and Darrell Rampton just behind him. Sean Gardner couldn't do anything with it, and then you've got a whole gaggle coming through now. Look at that.
So close there.
Sort of 10th downwards. I mean, it's just insanely close.
10th down to 24th was separated by just 4 seconds, and 21st to 26th was separated by just a second as well. So that's how close it was when those guys came across the line. And we had 31 cars finishing on the lead lap. Ian Roskell coming across the line. The last car on the lead lap there, and brilliant second racer, Alex, with the T2 cars leading for much of it, but then Roy Verke, controversial circumstances, a bit of a nudge to say the least, down the inside into Graham Hill Bend, and he was able to come through and take the win there. But Diego Melro, 27th to 7th, a gain of 20 positions. Definitely a great job from him, and definitely one to watch this season, because we've seen him do well, take a win in fact in the BSRTC, which we do on Thursdays, and he's definitely proving his worth in this championship as well. 2 top 10 results. He's definitely put himself in good stead for the rest of the championship.
You're right. I think just carry on doing, having good results like that, and he's going to be, he's going to be right there. That's the That's the thing, isn't it? So consistency makes all the difference in these reverse grid results, and it's what often happens. You have a good first race, and then something happens in the second. So like with Ashley Blake Hood, had great pace out there, but was coming up nicely, but got involved in something, and really his day is not. It's just going to look fairly average.
Well, we'll have some interviews to come up for you shortly. But we'll run you through the finishing order from the second race of the evening, round 2 of the championship. Roy Ververke takes the win then. We'll see if the stewards allow him to keep it. 4.6 seconds ahead of James Leggett. Craig Evans finished in 3rd, Darrell Rampton 4th, Sean Gardner gets 5th after starting on the pole. Tom Stanley finished in 6th, Diego Melrose 7th, 8th for Trevor Blackburn, 9th Neil Rocks, and Scott Malcolm rounds out the top 10. Clinton Bell in 11th. The Harrod Series champion finished in 12th after starting in 30th, so a good fight back through the field for the 2-time series champion. Jason Rowe 13th, Max Wright 14th, 15th for Matt Bunn, 16th Andrew Whitehead, 17th for Jim Flanagan after starting 38th, 18th for Chaz Draco after starting 36th, so good fight back through the field from both of those guys. Piers Pryor in 19th and 20th, Neil Bamber. Pete Newman 21st, 22nd in the end for Magic Sakovic after starting 33rd. 23rd for Adam Hadfield, 24th Lewis Bibby, 25th Lorne Murray, 26th Dale Green, 27th Ben Warburton, 28th Toby Smells, 28th Ashley Blake Hood, and 30th for Mark Woodhouse, 31st Ian Roskell, and the cars 1 lap down or more. We had Bill DeCare, we had John Roberts, Stuart Atkinson, and 2 laps down Chris Wood in 35th, Ben Gregory 36th, Sam Reed on his roof at the start, and was one of the reasons for the safety car in 37th, 2 laps down. Ben Palmer, 38th, 3 laps down, and then 17 laps down. Tobias Olsen, Perry Warburton, 18 laps down. Alex Bristow, 24 laps down. 25 laps down, Tristan Boddice in 42nd. And Christopher Sherburn didn't take the start due to technical difficulties. Well, we have Ashley Blake Hood available for a quick word. However, I don't think you and me, Alex, have the privileges to get him in here. So we'll see if Samuli Kumo, our cameraman and reverse grid wheel specialist, is able to get him in here for a quick word. He can't either. So we're a bit in a difficult situation here, Alex.
We could, I suppose, jump down to him.
We could as well jump down to him, yeah, and we'll see if we can get a quick word with him there. So we'll go into the interview room and speak to our race winners there.
Reviews, guys.
Okay, we'll start off, I think, with Ashley Blake Hood. Ash, it was a good race 1. We're able to take the win there by quite some margin. Having race 2, you ended up in the wall out Graham Hill Bend. So just talk us through your night.
Well, race 1, first win in the club series.
Yeah, no, great job.
Win. The second one, I just missed my braking point, went into the back of Ben, and then the rest is history, I guess. And yeah, Graham Hill's a funny one when you try doing that, and I don't know, I feel bad for it because I think we were in both of our races really. That was a good evening. It was good to be back, good to be racing again, good to be at Brands Indy, great track.
Of course, you were CQR on East Coast Hydro for this season and got a lot of good names in the CQR stable. You've got the likes of Pete Howard, Sakovic, Bristow, and alongside you you've got a whole lot of other names as well, with Ben Palmer race winning the series as well. Should that help you in terms of learning the tracks and getting the perfect lines throughout this season?
Yeah, I mean, following Ben Palmer around is a huge help because he's quick and he learns the car so quickly. It's the track so quickly. Sorry, he's a real asset to have in there. You got the 2 champions, and Bunn has increased substantially since he started racing in the Pro Series, and he's just got so much quicker. It's a strong 2 teams that, and because we're working together, it just makes it all the stronger, and it's really good to be part of it.
Well, next week we head to Summit Point. Pretty different to Brands Hatch, however, it's still a pretty narrow circuit, so overtaking is going to be a bit tough.
Yeah, it's another one of those tracks that I'd go well at. I mean, I don't know if you guys remember, but I nearly got my second win in the Pro Series. Well, what was then the BSRTC, until I lost it on the second to last corner to Simon Field. I'm not bitter about that at all. But yeah, no, I really like that track, and overtaking's going to be a premium. It's going to be really difficult.
I think you can tell by the fact you remember it. Not bitter about it at all. And just before we let you go, do you want to send a quick shout out to anyone from the first round of the season?
But just everyone for turning up. Some good racing going on. There are a few bits of argy-bargy and some questionable stuff going on from myself and others. So that if we iron that out, I think we'll have a cracking season. The increased grid size is going to make it just that much better.
Yeah, I'll second that as well. Race organisers have done a fantastic job of getting 43 plus cars on the grid for this opening race of the season. We'll see if that continues at Summit Point next week. So yeah, Ash, well done on the first win of the season. Shame it didn't work out in the second one. However, it should put you in a good position in the championship, getting on the win on the board in the early stages. We'll see how you get on at Summit Point next week.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Cheers, guys.
Thanks for talking to us. And who shall we move on to next, Alex?
Yeah, I think Craig had a good race that last one. Be worth a chat.
Yeah, Craig Evans joins us then. Entertaining race from your perspective. Started 11th for race 2, ended up finishing on the podium.
Yeah, it was quite good. Wasn't expecting that at all. I think kind of the safety car helped keep the tyres a bit longer because I struggled with them in the first race, so I knew with the higher temperatures it would be a lot harder this time around. But no, I quite enjoyed that. I had good battles with everybody. It was nice, clean racing, and yeah, chuffed a bit with it.
Of course, we get a fixed setup in the Kia Club Series. I know you're racing the series that we run on a Thursday night, but do you prefer having a fixed setup, or do you prefer to tune the setup to your liking?
I'm not very good at doing the setups myself, so I always end up borrowing off somebody else. So the fixed one makes it quite nice because I know everybody's the same as me, so it's all down to my ability. But again, it's nice to make your own little tweaks if you know there are certain things you need to do. So pros and cons for both, I think.
Oh, well, you're part of a good team for this season, Isle of Base Racing. You've got Ethan McColgan and Lorne Murray alongside you. What are your aspirations for this season? Do you think you can go for a respectable finish in the team's championship?
Yeah, we're hoping so. A little gutted for Ethan tonight. He had some internet problems, so he had started for qualifying, but he just wasn't able to continue. So he didn't have the best of starts, but hoping we can pick up the points. And I'm not too sure. This is the first time we've all probably raced together as a team, so we'll just get as good consistent finishes as possible and see how high up the standings we can go.
We were just talking to Ashley Baker about Summit Point next week. How do you think you'll fare around there? Race much there in the Kia at all?
A few times, not too many, but every time I've raced it I've actually quite enjoyed it. In the World Series we had a couple of practice races there before that kicked off, and I won one of those, and I've had my best result in the Winter Series. I got a 5th place there, so I'm looking forward to it. I have to send my poor wheel away for repair though, so I've got a funny feeling I might be on a controller, so that we'll see how that goes.
Well, it'll definitely be interesting. I know, Alex Simpson, you've raced on a controller, very difficult to do on iRacing, so we'll see how you're able to get on here at Craig at Summit Point next week. Thanks for talking to us then. Just before we let you go, do you want to send a quick shout out to anyone?
Yeah, well, first of all, just shout out to the organisers for setting this up again. It's a very nice big field, so it's going to be a good season. Also to my teammates as well, and you guys for doing an excellent broadcast as always.
No problem, very competitive field as well, so it's good to keeps us on our toes, me and Alex, for these first 2 weeks before Paul Smith joins us again. We'll see how you get on at Summit Point. Thanks for talking to us, and well done on the podium as well.
Yeah, thanks guys, thanks for that. Cheers.
Last but not least, then, interviewing him, it's Tom Stanley. Just scrolling through the finishing order, you got a top 10 finish after starting 22nd in race 2, so I think you should be pretty proud of that.
Yeah, I'm very happy. A lot of body contact more than I would like, but again, getting 8th in the first race and 6th in this race, I've got my race pace there considering I started 20th.
Well, Craig Evans is with a new team, Isle of Base Racing. You, Tom Stanley, are with Radical Racing UK, and you partner with Adam Hadfield and Mark Woodhouse. Some experienced Kia Club Series drivers there as well. What are your aspirations for this season? Do you think, with the experience you've got, you could have a shot at taking either one of the titles in the Kia Club Series this season?
I don't know about a title. I've always, like last season, my aim was a top 15, and I got a top 15. I got 11th place. This season, I'm just aiming for a top 10 because the amount of drivers that came into the season, you know, they're very high-class drivers. You know, I have raced with some of them, I've been teammates with many of them, and I know how quick they are. So I think a top 10 for the drivers would be great. For the teams, we've got good experience, we've got good consistency. So hopefully, I want to say top 6 for teams.
And yeah, Summit Point next week. How do you think you'll fare around there? So, quick circuit with a bit of slipstreaming involved. you think turn 1, that's probably where most of the overtakes are going to be done?
I believe I haven't actually raced Summit Point in ages, so I can't really say what the track layout is. I think I raced a few laps, but that was like back in when the old Mazda. So again, it's an unknown for me, but for many drivers, they might not have raced it. So again, we'll just have to wait and see.
And just before we let you go, do you want to send a quick shout out to anyone at all?
Again, thanks to the organisers setting up season 4 of the club series. Thank you to you guys for broadcasting it again for a full season. And yeah, thank you for the team, and well done to Adam and Mark for the good results.
Great. Well, Tom Stanley, thanks for taking a moment out of your time to come and chat to us here, and we'll see you at Summit Point next week.
No worries. Have a good evening, guys.
Too. And Alex, mixed results for those guys. However, they all seem to be in high spirits for this season.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's the start, isn't it? So long way to go, and just get some good points on the board. That's what matters really for the first race.
Nothing beats the optimism of a new season. I can say that as a fan of a football club that's in a major dire situation at the moment. Well, thanks to Alex, iRacing World Championship driver. He'll be back, of course, with me next week as Paul Smith continues his holiday. We'll see him in 2 weeks, of course. And my thanks to Samuli Kumo for being on the cameras and doing the Wheel of Fortune as he has done for the last 2 seasons. Doing a fantastic job as always. Next race meeting then, rounds 3 and 4 of the Kia Club Series. We head to Summit Point, Alex. Summit Point. We're heading there in the BSR TC Series on Thursday. Very, very narrow circuit, but of course we've got the superly long straight. And looks like for some, as we were talking to Tom Stanley, they may have to learn the circuit as well, because it might have been a while since they've been in the car there.
Yeah, I think it's gonna make for a good race meeting. Like you say, it's narrow. There are a good couple of overtaking positions. A lot of people don't race there very often. Back in the rookies, that's kind of it. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how it all pans out.
Okay, we will look forward to it. Same time next week here on Apex Racing TV and iRacing Live. Thank you for watching the Kia Club Series here on Apex Racing TV and iRacing Live. And it's good night here from the Brands Hatch circuits here in Great Britain.